Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogollon Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as I like to call it. It's Thursday night. It's great to see so many people in chat already. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Who we got here? Remiel, what's up? All the way from the Philippines. Paul Holland, Mr. Lee 3PO, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you. Mike's Adventures, what's going on, man? Isaac, good to see you, man. You know, you don't come around that much. You should come around more often is what I'm getting at. Who else we got here? Hey, Kathy, Wonder Woman, Sandra Piper, Hilton, Kia ora. Hello, Cashew. How are you, hon? So yeah, we're back. Our adventure's over. Fishing, gaming, and guitars. What's happening, man? Yeah, it was a blast. I have to say that. Thank you. First off, I should say, thank you to Carrie Arnold, Bigfoot Odyssey, for sponsoring that or putting that together. That was really an amazing experience. You know, the people that I met, and you know, I was friends with them before. You know, like through YouTube. You know, and going on each other's shows and whatnot. But now it's like we're family. You know, we bonded. We had an amazing time. Um, it was awesome. You know, it was definitely awesome. Uh, you know, I gotta say to Bradley Hatcher, thank you so much, man, brother. You're amazing. Yeah, you're funny fucker, man. You know, Barry Browning. You know, goddamn, man, that man is witty. Uh, we all hit it off. You know, Mark Newble, you know, another one. I've never been in a place where with people in a group where everybody was on the same page, on the same wavelength, you know, wit wise. Uh, Mr. Lee 3PO says, Mogs, get Bradley on. It's not a question mark, dude. I'll get him on. He wants to come on. We had some crazy times. It was great, you know, meeting everyone. You know, Jeff Townsend, man, you're an amazing dude. Thank you so much. You know, glad you finally got there. Yeah, Stevie B, you know, love you. You guys are great. You were great. Lynn, you know, you guys. My hat's off for, you know, my hat is off to you guys. You know, we're like the walking wounded. I'm still limping. We got tore up this weekend, dealing with gators, snakes, spiders. It was muggy and buggy. Um, you know, I have to give props to the ladies. You know, they. Oh, thanks, Kath. Yeah, I am tired. um, they, you know, they've dealt with things in their lives that have you know knocked some people out. You know, takes them right out of the game, and you know, but these women have faced their their trials, their tribulations. You know, they're this for this trip for these ladies. You know, was a test. They tested themselves. They pushed themselves to the limits. You know, and kudos to you because you guys got out there and sweated your asses off and you know bled and shit. You know, we all did, and you know, Lynn, has gone through her fight with cancer. And what you guys don't know about Stevieb is excuse me. Three years ago, Stevieb was involved in an accident. As a result of that accident, she's a partial amputee. Her left foot, she doesn't have any toes. But she was out there. She pushed herself. Lynn, first day, she pushed herself. She pushed herself too far, but they were out there and they were busting her ass. Great job. Great job, ladies. Excuse me. To see people with such heart, it hits me. So, sorry. Yeah. Robin, I am tired. I am. And Sandy, hey, I think I said hi. 7 Pearls. Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was awesome. You guys might not know I stopped into Mississippi down in Gulfport and met up with 7 Pearls, crashed at her house. She likes to feed people. It was awesome. Great stories. Great. It was a great visit. So thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Stevie. What's up, Michael? Blue-Eyed Northern, what's going on? Great to see you. Michael Taylor. Hi, Mugs. What'd I miss? Everything. Rewind. Oh, wait. Or not. Still choked up. Richie Evans, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Jean's Pretty Pups. Hoosier. What's happening, Patrick? Johnny Half. Didn't I just see everybody like a little while ago? So yeah, we had a great time. Rex. To Bradley Hatcher, Backhoe Rodeo, bro. Sorry, I had to do it. You know what? I gotta click something else on. I'm sorry, I left that up there. Where did I see Rob? What's up, Rob? How's it going, man? Yeah, it was really it was well done. The place was very accommodating. There were showers and bathrooms and stuff. So but it's in the middle of nowhere. It was in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of agriculture around. But it was. I'm not gonna say I was scared. I wasn't. Which is just it sounds stupid, but I didn't get that fear factor. I kind of hoped I did, but Jimbo, what's up, man? but we heard things and experienced things and saw things that, left a scratch in our head. And it was great. It was great. Who else is here? Iron Dogger, what's up? Thank you. You know what? That was fun. Being able to broadcast live from the field was really cool. I was amazed that I got a signal, but I did. Lockbeard, what's going on, man? Yeah, and I thought it was a cool show. It's funny because when we got off the air and we're in the middle of this, the woods and shit, that's when I got the chills because Mark Newble was like, got all giddy and said that was awesome and fist bump, and it was cool. That's when I got the chills, like, right on. World Explorer, nah. But yeah, it was interesting. There were a lot of snakes just running around the campground, big black racers. There was a gator just outside the gate, or not, well, the other side of the fence. So we were kept on our toes. And there are some big ass spiders down here. Holy crap. I mean, I've seen like banana spiders. They're like, whatever. These things are just gnarly looking, whatever they are. Hilton says, how did your dogs get on with the whole week out there? My dogs were fucking amazing. Really. I mean, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, guys. Lucy's snoring behind me. I feel bad for those dogs. I mean, the trip out here, they just, Maya just looked at me and was like, she couldn't get comfortable. There wasn't enough room in the moving van. And I mean, we did it, we made it. But I think they hated me. I really think they hated me. Right on. And then, but at the camp, they were phenomenal. Maya would bark, if she didn't know anybody, but once she knew you, ask around. These guys will tell you those dogs were great. And Bradley, he he felt lost without his dogs, so he appreciated them. Last of the Wilds, what's happening? Scottish Wildman, what's going on? What did I miss? Is Scotty being here? There he is. What's up, dude? Wit. We did have a blast, man. I never laughed so hard with a group of people in my life. I've done it with one other person where there was that connection, and we laughed. Holy shit. I mean, if you saw the live the other night, we couldn't help but laugh. That's the way we clicked. And, we're in the shit and we're still laughing. Don't know what those lights were. There's more, I'm not going to talk about what we filmed and shit, but there's a lot of footage that they have to go through. And I think what they come up with will be pretty interesting, between all the different formats that was used, between FLIR and thermal and just regular cameras and whatever, and audio. And I think they'll have some good stuff, It was a pisser, man, and I'll do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. And I plan to, now that I'm here, Lynn is into it. there's so many people down here that are really, I didn't realize how many people listen to me that are in Florida or watch the show. So there's a lot of people down here that I'll probably end up, trying to hook up with and doing more research, because it was fun. It was interesting. And, when we weren't in the woods, I was still filming. I'd set up my camera and just film for hours. I filmed all day one day, just, out in the field from the campsite. Yeah, it was an experience. It was a learning experience. And it's really cool to see people with passions. Like, Kerry does his show, but his passion is, film. And I think what comes out of this, you guys will be impressed. What's going on, Craig? Craig says, "About killed me, you go gawking at them lights." What does it say? "About killed me watching you gawk at those lights." Dude, we saw them. We didn't know what the hell they were. I went back to that place 3 times. All right. The last time we went during the day and we stayed until it got dark. But we saw them. If I were to go back there, which I probably will, I'm going to go into the woodline, deep in the woodline during the day, and wait there until it gets dark. I tried to, I went a little ways into it and, was trying to debunk it, but it was daylight. I didn't see anything that might have caused it, but it was cool. It was really cool. Who else? Jeff, what's up, brother? Mr. Townsend in the house. Awesome. Joe Parker, what's happening? Yeah, you know what? I will. That would be cool. I doubt it would be there, but doubt the pine cone would be there. But Steve says checks to see if my candy is still in the pine cone. What she did is there was a pine cone sitting next to where we were sitting at this one gazebo. And she had some of those, those little eggs, chocolate eggs, foil wrapped. And she took the pine cone and she took 2 of those little candies and she stuck them in the pine cone, like stuffed them in there, and then left it off to the side. But we didn't. No, you know what, Joe? I didn't get to sing. Never came up. We were laughing too much. I didn't want to encourage it by me singing. Excuse me. CD Squatcher, what's happening? Richie, I'm not sure. China, that's a big pine cone. Yeah, it is. It was an interesting idea, and I wish we could have been there to see what, to follow up. But I had left some hot dogs on the grill, and they were still there 2 days later, so who knows? They know better not to eat hot dogs. There's crap in those things. So, you know what? If anybody wants to come on and hang out and bullshit, hit me up at monstermogollon@gmail.com and I'll send you a link. Everybody knows how it works. I might just put the link in the chat here in a minute, which is probably the better idea. Let me see. Just leave it here. You can email me. No idea where my phone is. I don't know where my phone is. Yeah, we were like the walking wounded out there at times. Everybody's limping, blisters. I can't express enough. My gratitude to those people that were out there with us and just doing their thing. We were my everybody hung out in my camp, and we were like the newbies. We don't know crap except what we've heard. We haven't been out there. There were like 4 of us, and we hung out with. We were with Mark Newble, and we followed his lead, and we gave our input, and we all learned from each other. Where am I? Oh shit! Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm trying to get comments back on. What's happening, Duke? Good to see you, Rafaela. Hello. So yeah, we were the new guys, so we did things his way, and like I said, we added our own stuff, and we got out as much as we could. It's some interesting land down here. Nedra Smith, what's happening? Good to see you here. Daniel Lundy. Please please tell me you didn't leave the Gators your phone number. No. Maybe that's where my phone is. Crap. Fucking Gators. Where's the tan, man? Dude, if you saw my tan lines, you'd laugh. Farmer tan. Derek says send him a link. Oh, hell. Hold on. Let me see if I got this. Shit. It's probably Gmail, but I'm going to try this anyway. Oh, there's my phone. Sorry, I'm going to check where this link is. All right, who am I sending this to? Let's go here. Sorry, guys, you know how it is when I do this shit. That's one. That's one on its way. I'm completely losing my train of thought. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to put my headphones in. Yeah, I ran around most of the time in shorts and combat boots, literally, or a tactical boot. So I didn't have gaiters on, my boots were 9 inches tall, so I didn't have any protection above, that. So there were spots where we didn't go into because we were worried about gators, and some of us, like we said, we didn't have the gator. We're worried about snakes, and we didn't have the snake ear, so we kind of stayed out of it. That's kind of why we didn't go further into the wood line that day. But I think it was funny, Mark was like, stay here. And yeah, right. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, it was just, it's my nature. I couldn't let him go in by himself. He got in and I'm filming and he disappeared. And I was like, oh, bullshit. I went right in and I actually apologized. I said, dude, you don't mind that he followed you, do you? He's like, oh, no. It was funny. I forgot who I'm sending this to. All right, let's try this. I remember. I just don't know if it's in. Regular email or Gmail. It's not there. Oh. I just closed everything out. Oops. I see Larry's in here. I didn't see. I'm trying to send this link. Let's try Gmail. Derek, I'm going to send you the link, man. I'm just going to see if I have your address in here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a dumbass. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Guess I'm not a dumbass. I can't find it there either. Derek, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Well, you knew it was a matter of time before that happened. I'm like, oh, click, click. Uh-oh. Anyway, sorry about that. You know I'll be back. Oh, this is the other thing that was pretty cool. Somebody had made up are these wristbands I've been wearing. Take it off and show you. It's a little rubber wristband. It says a Bigfoot Odyssey. And 168 hours. So that was pretty cool. Somebody made them up. I don't recall who. Actually, I don't even think I know who. And I don't usually wear stuff, but why not? Let me see who is contacting me. All right. Derek, like I said, I don't have your address. I don't know if it showed up there, but Stevie wants a link. Let me just put it here. Anybody can come on. Actually, invite. Copy the clipboard. There you go. Don't abuse it. All right. The link is in chat. That's just so much easier. Derek, it's right above you. Hilltop, what's happening? Welcome. There's Derek. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen. Oh, it's going to be a party. Hang on, folks. I'll get you up. Let me get my headphones on. All right. How's it going, Derek?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Let me bring up.
I hear you had a few adventures in the last week.
Just a few. Yeah, it was a good time. Let me bring up Seven Pearls. How are you, hon?
Nice to meet you, Sullivan.
Hi, y'all. First of all, Moggs, it was my pleasure. And I really know how much you needed a break. That was a hellacious drive from Baton Rouge to this place. And I'd also like to say a shout out to everyone who has prayed for me. Yes, I had a mild stroke, folks, was in the hospital. And Moggs, kind of hit my house a few days afterward. And I was bouncing around, and I probably didn't look like I had a mild stroke, but I have ups and downs. But thank you all for your prayers. Keep praying. Also put a prayer out for Christy Sci-Fi gal. She had a mild stroke. I haven't really heard from her lately. And so, y'all pray for her too. And Moggs, I fell in love with your dogs.
Yeah, that seems to have been happening lately. They're such good dogs. I love them. Maya's in the corner. She's laying down. Lucy's right behind me. But yeah, you know what? You reminded me of the true definition of Southern hospitality. You know, I forgot all about it until it happened, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. This was amazing." So thank you so much for that. That was awesome.
Very very nice to meet you, Derek, and you know, I'm very proud. I'm extremely proud of the expedition and all the people that were involved in that expedition, Moggs.
It was a great group.
You know, that was a monumental effort, and it's really amazing. You know, it just showed such an effort and a gathering of people coming together and organizing and getting along with each other. And Moggs, you know, come on, can you leak something out about how funny the bloopers are going to be?
I don't I don't know if there's going to be a blooper reel, unless I make one.
There you go.
Daniel Lundy, good to see you. How are you?
Pretty good. How you getting on, buddy?
Doing good.
All right.
And Stevie, I know you're listening. If you're going to pop in, I'll gladly pop out, so there'll be room on this screen for you, dear heart.
Oh, there's plenty of room. I can put 5 more people up. Not that I want to, but I'm so glad you guys are willing to just jump right on. That's great.
No, I just want to say I only had a chance to watch the first hour of the video you put up, but it was so obvious that you were having a good time, that everyone you met, you know, you'd bonded with, and everyone was just, you know, enjoying what they were doing, and it really came across in the video, and I was impressed with that. And the other thing I want to say, because I live in Ireland, and people were talking about driving 2,500 miles. I can drive from one end of the country about 7 times to do 2,500 miles.
Yeah, 2,500 miles from Arizona by the time I dropped off that truck. It was a long ride. It was rough. It was just physically rough. Well, hey, Stevie.
Hey. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hi, Stevie. Really admire your courage, and gosh, you're a strong woman. And you know, you just about had Moggs in tears a little while ago. He's got a heart. He's obviously sensitive, and you know, I have a friend that is missing half a foot. And by the way, Moggs, that friend that stopped by my house that morning is also missing half a foot, and you'd have never known it. Yes, you'd have never known
not
it.
At all. Never.
How ironic, you know.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We really know that, Stevie. You're all heart.
Thank you. Yeah, he had me in tears a minute ago, too.
Yeah, he just about, I mean, I had to do something to crack up and, you know, be a comedian or something. Where's Barry, Moggs?
I know, right?
I don't know.
He's probably crashed out.
Yeah, he was. I saw him over in Sawdust Beast. Barry is an amazing guy. He is just one funny man. He's very he's knowledgeable too. He's got a lot of experience with this, and it was great to hang out with him.
Yeah, definitely. It was great to hang out with everybody. I just was amazed at how the camaraderie, we just all clicked and meshed, and it was so much fun. But I learned so much while I was out there from everybody.
Yeah,
it was great experience.
Moggs, did you see any prints? Did you see any tree breaks? Did you see any tree twists? Did you see anything that was bizarre, unusual, other than the orbs that Barry was describing in your live stream the other night?
I'm not really gonna give away anything. You know, things I saw. I just, you'll hopefully see what everybody else, I'm not gonna do any fucking what do you call them, spoiler alerts.
Understandable. And do you and Stevie, do you and Moggs plan to go out exploring and doing expeditions in the future?
Oh, I'm hooked. I'm truly hooked now. This is my first time out. I'm exhausted and tore apart right now, but yeah, I'm anxious to go again. It'll be fun. It's cool. It's just so much out there, so much unexplained, and you just want to keep going. Like Moggs was saying earlier, going back into that tree line, wanting to go deep into that tree line. If we were prepared, we were in there, but there were so many snakes, and it was just such thick brush. And, we did the smart thing and held back and didn't put ourselves in jeopardy there. But man, it was so tempting. So tempting to keep going.
If we all had the proper footwear, nothing would have kept us out of there. Oh. And that's the way the whole thing was. Is people were going, it's a bunch of brave people. Definitely a bunch of brave people.
Yeah. How much does a pair of snake boots cost?
Geez, I don't know. Couple $100.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not cheap. My
boots are good boots, but I need like gaiters, boot the protection from the top of the boot up to your knee.
That brush is thick and it's tall, and there's stuff all in there, so you definitely got to go prepared.
Moggs, did you see?
I'll give you a slate.
See any what?
Slide aside. Now we're talking 20 years ago about being in Florida. The last time I was in Florida, we were in a shopping mall, and we went to leave and go out to the car, and the polite gentleman at the door stopped us and says, "Excuse me, sir, please don't leave." And I said, "Why not?" He says, "There's a gator in the parking lot." We looked out, and there was a big 6 or 7 footer just walking through the car park as nice as you like. So, Florida's an interesting place.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to get used to that.
I don't think you ever get used to it.
I don't know. Every time I walk near water, everybody was like, "Don't go near the water." I'm like, "What? Okay, I'll keep my distance, but quit freaking out."
Well, a gator can snatch a duck right out of the water at lightning speed, and they lunge on ground too.
Yeah, they do lunge out of the water, and they move pretty quick, so it is a little bit scary walking the water's edge, especially where we were. There was tons of them. I mean, tons of them, and it doesn't matter if they're in the water. They're on the, it's rut season, so they're out looking, walking the land.
Yeah, we saw them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it makes me think of gator hunters, and in the early days, you'd go to carnivals and watch people put their head in the mouth of a gator, Yeah. That's called the death wish, if you ask me.
There wasn't a lot of job security in that one.
Daniel, tell us something about yourself. You're mighty quiet sitting down there.
Oh, ma'am, I don't talk a whole lot, but I'm from Taylor County, about an hour south of Tallahassee, and
okay.
I've experienced it myself. Though I've never seen any, I might could tell a story one day.
Right on.
My brother was born in Tampa in the back seat of a taxi cab.
I'm sure you don't let him live that down.
No.
I have a friend, Teresa, and she got pregnant, later in life in her 40s, and it turned out to be twins. Oh, yeah. And then obviously with twins, they always come early. And she lived in Carrickfergus, and the hospital in Belfast is about 10 minutes up the road. And obviously her waters broke. She had to get rushed to the hospital. And by the time she was getting there in the ambulance, the first lady had her head out, and she was shouting, This is just the ambulance driver. You know, the baby's got her head out. He says, well, all you can do now at this stage is cross your legs.
Couldn't keep that penny between those knees.
Oh, geez.
Mons, what did you learn about yourself on the expedition? That much you can share with us. What did you learn new about yourself, about your ability to be versatile and to go from one terrain of Arizona to clear down in the South Florida, or Florida, hello Central, and tell us what you learned about yourself. What is the hindsight? You're having time to decompress and debrief yourself and calm down and think about things. What did you learn?
Yeah, I haven't had that time yet. We just got home hours ago. I realized, I was willing to, and we did to get in there and do what had to be done. We weren't reckless or anything, but we put ourselves in potentially dangerous situations. And I learned to trust, to trust people, because you're counting on these people to watch your back, and you're watching theirs. I'm not saying I don't trust people in general. It's just, it's a different when when you're putting your life in someone else's hands, you better trust it. And this group was, I'd go anywhere with them. It was great.
If I can jump in, I'll just say from the video I saw, the point was that you can understand, you can clearly see on screen that there's a difference between people talking on the internet and people actually putting their boots in the ground and doing the job. And it comes across very clearly, that it's a completely different situation from the five of us sitting chatting here now to Moggs putting his boots in the ground with Stevieb backing him up and his friends around him. It's a completely different situation.
Yeah.
It really is, for the last good year and a half or so, I've watched all these. I've watched all these for a year and a half, and I've watched, people going out and research, investigating. It's completely different from just sitting there and watching it to actually being there, like you said, boots on the ground. I have a whole new perspective of it and a whole new appreciation and respect for the people that are out there. I mean, just 100%, a whole new respect. It's tough work. It really is.
Well, I was listening to Bigfoot Odyssey the other night, and someone made a statement about, you've got to have, the organization of all the filming and all the cameras, as a spectator and, a person watching on the outside. I thought it was very phenomenal that, each time Kerry spoke, he would talk about the filming, and he was really proud that he could save everything on SD cards this go round. And, as he was saying that, and he's saying, and we've got six researchers, 6 teams of researchers that have come together to do the researching. And I just thought that was very, very amazing. To understand that some would have to film and the others would have to be out in the field, and yes, take turns doing so. So, and I heard Leon mention that it was kind of like, I'm not going to quote his words, I'm going to paraphrase. It was kind of like setting a new standard for expeditions in the future, because gonna have to document, gonna have to have people watching your back, gonna have to have people who are out in the field, and I think that I'm beginning to understand that the organizational skills of the researchers and also those that were filming and changing out cameras and this, that, and the other, that was really a phenomenal effort of all. I don't know how everyone managed to organize.
I'd like to back that up. I was completely impressed the impression, how professional the whole situation was. As you say, regards films coming back, etc., etc. I'd even go further. I would hope in the documentary, I'd like to see the people that are feeding, the people that are going out into the field, the background organization, and put across, this just isn't 4 or 5 people, whatever, going out stomping around the swamp. No, it's a large organization. It took months and months, over a year to prepare. It cost a lot of money. The people went in and they all behaved professionally to try and achieve an aim. And I would love to see that reflected.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out to, and somebody just mentioned it in chat, is Daniela and Hidden Existence, for keeping everybody informed. So Carrie can go live.
Daniela had to set up to 1 a.m. our time every night for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Thanks, Daniela.
I have a lot of respect in Carrie and seeing his passion behind this project and the organization. And I know it took 2 years of planning and preparation for this. And there was a lot of people and a lot of things going on at the same time. And, it was great to see, you see it, you see his other, Bigfoot Odyssey, expeditions and living it, being there, watching it. Yeah. Great respect for Carrie and what he does, honestly.
Yeah. He's a hard worker and he's very focused in what he does as far as, he's dedicated to that. And that's what I was saying earlier about, it's really good to see somebody who's passionate about stuff, No,
well, Terry genuinely comes across as a genuine person, a genuine good individual. That's the impression I get of him anyway.
Well, and
obviously,
I've
never met the man, but
and I have
what
to
he does.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I have to respect the fact that his statement of he really doesn't want to see another one like the one he saw. I'm a person who saw a very aggressive one as a young girl. And I can't erase that memory from my mind. So I really understand those who have seen more aggressive ones and have been terribly frightened in their encounters of seeing them. I really can relate with people that say, well, I've seen one and I don't know that I want to see another one. And for Carrie to buck up and say that, I find that that's very courageous to just come right on out there and say that, because as a person who's had an aggressive encounter, one that was seriously not nice when I was a young girl, I can really understand just how you don't want to relive that again by seeing it again.
Sure.
You hope that you never do. And I guess it's like doctors and nurses and whatnot. Some people are cut out to be emergency room nurses and whatnot and can handle it. And so I suppose other explorers and people who are out there doing expeditions and they're actually squatching, it takes a certain mindset to be able to shut that fear off and that spine crawling goosebumps from head to toe.
I think it's a mental illness.
Yeah, right. Some sort of.
We are nuts.
A little bit.
That includes you.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to have a certain kind of.
No, but as I was saying, if you watch Kerry's back library, you can tell his first encounter genuinely frightened him to the core of his being.
Oh yeah.
But and you know what? At the same time,
and doing what he does now, you have to respect him for it.
And that's where a lot of the respect comes. That's where a lot of the respect comes, because each and every time we were out there, he was out there. He was out there monitoring. He was researching, looking, exploring. Right along with every team that he could get with that was going out. He was boots on the ground every time.
And props to Kerry for his drone skills.
Right yeah, definitely. That was pretty cool.
I could get mine caught in a palm tree, I'm sure.
It's The drone. You're not flying a kite.
Well, I have to admit, from the footage I've seen so far, the best bit was never Mog says, right, I'm lighting one up now, and he just picks up a tab and smokes away, as unconcerned as you like.
I think that was all of us, actually. That was all of us. That was part nerves, too, a little bit, you know?
Okay, I just got to address chat a little bit and say hi to some people. Trinity Para Cryptid, what's up, Tex? Good to see you, man. Emma Johnson, nice to see you. Professor OJ, what's up, bro? Glad you're here. Shaz says, hey, Mogs, how do you feel now that you were able to attend after all? I feel great, and I'm glad I didn't miss it. You know, I'd wanted to go in the beginning, and I was originally planning to go and had to back out because I knew I was going to be changing jobs and well, that went somewhere else. Got me all the way to Florida, but that's why I backed out, because I didn't think I was going to have the time to do it.
I think I lost it.
And things work out. No, you're frozen, but we can still hear you.
Okay.
So I didn't think I was going to have the time to do it. So I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad I didn't miss this, and I wouldn't miss the next one. Or, you know, I want to go visit those guys in, you know, Tennessee or wherever, you know. I'm hooked.
Well,
I'm seriously considering saving up and begging to ask if I can come the next time.
Get here. It's just it's an amazing experience. You know, I was a hunter, you know, for most of my life when I was younger, and you know, when you go in with those type of skills, it's different. You know, you just see things differently. Even and with Stevie with her military, you know, and Lynn with her dog training, you know, there's tracking involved, and just those skill sets, you know, really came into play here. And it was
the thing. Well, obviously I'm from the UK. We don't have a hunting background per se, but I did 14 years in the military. Whenever I was watching, I was like, no, I want to be there. I want to be backing you up. You know, that sort of way. That's just what got me.
Yeah, it was. Yes.
You know, I was doxing Patrick Vaughn, you know, and it was in a good way just then, because Patrick, he's an explorer himself. He's studied, he's been following and studying a certain group for many years now. And shout out to you, Patrick. You know, we're proud of you too. We're proud of everybody who gets out.
Everybody that gets out there gets credit. Damn right.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You know, we're just talking about our little, you know, I don't say little experience. I mean, it was a week of, you know,
the huge, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I can't even I'm fidgeting. I'm sitting on the bed and I can't get comfortable. That's how like tore up my legs and my ass is. You know, just
me too. You see me moving around and yeah, I can't get comfortable. I'm sore. Everything hurts.
Your Stevie, your camera's frozen, so you're not. We hear you, but you're frozen.
It's my internet. It sucks. So. Let me see what I can do.
Don't worry about it. I'm 48. I can't sit anywhere for more than half an hour before getting sore, and you have to move.
Yeah, I got cramps in places, you know, I didn't know I had. It was worth it though. You know, I do it, you know, if I had to go through it all again, I definitely would, just to experience the people I got to experience and make the friendships I made. Yeah. Now I'd walk through.
You know what was amazing? You know what was really amazing was the very first night. The very first night, it was, I mean, amazing. Everybody met for the first time and just clicked instantly. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, everybody clicked instantly, and that first night was just amazing. We were cracking up. What's wrong?
Oh, no.
What's wrong? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, no, you're fine. We're not laughing at you.
No, the Brokeback Mountain memes just started.
Oh, gotcha. I can't see chat. That's why. I didn't know what y'all.
No, I was roommating
Fucking cowboy, we're
with the
gonna get
lady.
you tonight.
Sorry.
Too funny.
No, I'll just say from all the footage I've seen, it is completely obvious that everyone bonded instantly and made themselves into a team, and that they were all, friends. That it wasn't that they were just working together, that they were enjoying being with each other and doing what they were doing. And that was so obvious when it came across, in the footage I've seen so far.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Genuine. It just came
was.
across completely genuine.
Well, it helps when people can laugh at
was.
themselves.
We did a lot of that.
Thank you, Bradley Hatcher.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh man.
There's some funny stories that came out of this.
I'm sure they'll come out.
Yeah, and
everybody's gonna hear it eventually.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, Mogs, Brokeback Mountain with Mark. No. Sorry to disappoint there, Joe.
He's gonna get you, watching cowboy. I'm telling you what, he's probably got your number. You better look out.
Yeah, it was funny. Like the first night I got there, when I finally got there, and I met Carrie. Carrie was like, "Damn, I didn't realize you were that tall."
Well, hell, that's what I said the first time I saw you. Like, geez, he's a lot taller than I thought. Well, you see everybody sitting behind, sitting down behind the camera. I mean, I'm 5'10", and I was the short one out of the group, out of all these guys. Trying to hike behind them without an injury. I'm trying to keep up with those 6 foot long leaps of steps that they're taking as we're hiking through. I'm like, wait for me.
Mr. Barry Browning just joined us in chat. What's up, Barry? Hope you made it home okay. I'm guessing you're home. I'm trying to do the math. By the time you left, it's 12 out now. I don't know, dude. You home? There's no way you could be home already.
That's a funny thing, but whenever you talk about people being tall, or being big, I worked in a factory for 20 years, a chemical plant, DuPont, and we were bringing in the next generation of workers, and they were turning around, they were calling us, big man this, big man the other. One of the fellas I worked with, Andy Wagstaff, he came over and he says, they're all calling us big man, we're all calling, this. And I says, go and stand beside them, Andy. I says, we're all over 6'2". They're not even hitting 5'8". You know what I mean? It's just a generational thing.
Yeah, I call people big man, midgets.
Oh no, these are some big. All these guys are tall. They're 6 foot something, 6 foot at least. I mean, yeah, it was hard to keep up just in general because their steps are so long. It's like, slow down, guys, please. Oh, you did. You did. Absolutely.
I would back up, like, no matter what I was doing, I'd always bring up the rear. I'd partner up with the last person.
To make sure I wasn't the last in line, Definitely. No, it was cool. Just everybody's so tall.
Moggs must have thought I was a midget, Stevie.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'1.5".
Oh my goodness!
But small ladies are cute.
Yeah, you are tiny.
Sorry, guys. My
phone
keeps slipping down. Sorry.
Stevie, you and Lynn did awesome. We are so proud of y'all. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. You're sweet. Thank you so much. You've been so supportive. Hopefully we'll get to meet one day. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm also thinking of doing, like, I want to go hit up some Bigfoot conferences. I want to do the Gatlinburg one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I think there's some here in Florida, if they're not canceled. But yeah, I think that's going to be between now and then. I might get out in the woods again
with plenty of mosquito repellent.
Ash Dobbs says Bigfoot always picks off the stragglers.
Right?
But that's why I stayed in the back with. If I would go back, if somebody was like, we were walking and Mark would get behind, I would go back for him and just walk with him. And it kind of sucked because we'd get too separated. But
that one night
in the back.
That one night when y'all kept hanging back and I was kind of in the middle and the other guys were up front and I'm over there. Psst, psst, come on, come on.
Look your ass.
I genuinely think that these creatures are, whenever there's an organized group, they're not going to step in and take somebody out. They're going to realize what's going to go on and disappear into the darkness.
I believe
they might take an individual wandering, but whenever there's an organized group, I think you've got nothing to fear.
I believe they watch. They're watchers. You just had that feeling of being watched. I mean, day, night, it didn't matter. You just knew something was out there watching. I had that feeling a lot. But, you don't want to be last in line. I listen to that Missing 411. What do they say? That's the first thing they say. Don't be last in line.
Don't be last in line. No, the thing I always think, whenever I was in the military, we had a thing called a Shimuli FLIR. It was about a foot long. We kept it in our, trouser pocket. We just pulled the top end off and hit the bottom, and away it went up, and it lit it up, turned daylight into, turned nighttime into light. To be perfectly honest, and I always think, if there's one of them creatures about and you did that, I don't think he'd be very impressed.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, that's one of the, I learned from Mark Newell that's probably one of the best defenses is to have a bright light rather than any type of weapon, ammunition. A bright light in the face and the eyes of just a human. Can you imagine something like Bigfoot just blasting a light? Would send them off center, to say the least. But yeah, I kind of felt real comfortable having a bright light, the brightest I can have my hands on.
We had some bright lights.
Oh yeah.
From headlamps that were just so damn bright. It was crazy.
Spotlights. I mean, actual spotlights.
And
light up a street, city street block.
If we were walking in the woods, we didn't use our headlamps. We put them on. If we were leaving, the closer we got to the street, to the road, we'd put them on. But a lot of us had red headlights too. So
and it was full moon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It was a full moon, so that lit up the way a lot. That helped a lot. We were able to see.
Except that second night that we went in, where those lights were,
I kept saying, "Where's the moon? What happened to the moon?" It was pitch black. I mean, was
Tuesday night the live show. It was the moon just took longer to get up, and it was about 2 days past the full moon. And going in there at that time, it was dark.
Absolute dark. I mean, you couldn't see, and the shadows were. Yeah, they kind of creeped you out walking in there. That was probably the one time that I was creeped out, was when the moon wasn't out yet and it was dark. It was really, really dark. And you try to go without the bright lights because you don't want to bring attention to yourself right away, But yeah, that was a little creepy that night.
Seeing the difference that the moonlight makes. Again, go back to the time I was in the military, and we were out one time. No, it was in the winter. There was snow on the ground and it was a full moon. And we were actually able to spread our newspapers on the bonnets of our Land Rovers and read them, with no artificial light at all. But then, as you say, whenever there's no moon and it's dark, you can't even see your hand in front of your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd also, we researched on the full moon. I'd like to do on the new moon. I mentioned that.
I think that's an interesting topic concept to explore. Now, I haven't heard that one before, but I actually think that one has a lot of validity, and it's worth studying.
Oh, absolutely.
The phases of the moon and stuff.
Well, I'm a fisherman, and the moon affects the tides, and it does affect the fisheries. Full moon, sometimes it's not like I had a buddy who they used to net bait. They would go up to the lake, but on a full moon they didn't go because it was just too bright. So yeah, it affects animals. It affects humans. That's what.
My ex-wife joined the police after we separated, and we were cordial, and she told me the same thing. That, full moon, the 3 days of the full moon, she says they were balls to the wall, putting people in the cells, and people doing stupid things that any other time of the month wouldn't have happened, but they were full time on just dealing with it.
Well, hence the learn lunatic.
Yeah. No,
ask somewhere like any cop or any emergency room.
Emergency room, yeah. I was going to say hospital.
They'll tell you full moons are the worst.
Well, guys, if I may, it was very nice to meet Daniel, even though he dropped out. Derek, very nice to meet you. Very much an honor to meet you.
My pleasure.
And,
you as well.
And very, very proud of y'all. Keep up the great work. And please keep us informed as much as possible. And I'll bid you all adieu. I'm going to drop out and go down into chat and thank everyone. They've been so kind to me. And good night. God bless.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
See ya.
All right, that changed things. Let's see. I'm going to try to... That's better.
That's funny, because I'm actually broadcasting the phone, but I have you up on the PlayStation on the TV. And everything's about 3 or 4 seconds behind.
Yeah. Well, there's a little delay on this anyway, with chat, and I don't know. It's a couple second delay, but yeah.
There's a good comment there from Remy Acosta, Filipino survivalist. We have a reggae song describing a capri Bigfoot-like creature, and it's about the full moon. That's interesting.
It is. Excuse me. Drink of water just came repeated on me. A capri Bigfoot-like creature. Huh. Yeah. I mean, well, sorry. Werewolves were supposed to, change on a full moon. Yeah. Somebody, CD Squatcher said, someone did research on full moon, on moon phase. It seems that dark is the best. Like a new moon.
I can see that. It's easier to creep around.
Yeah, but you better have a damn good FLIR with you.
You're right.
As we've learned. And that was another fun thing, was watching people learn, how to use
the equipment.
Well, yeah. And really, some people like certain things. Some people gravitated towards a thermal or a FLIR, or when we were out in
night vision goggles, binoculars.
I did I ran the parabolic mic one night, which is weird because you can only hear what's in front of the mic, so it's just, did you hear that? No, I'm pointed this way, or did you guys hear that? But it was fun. It was interesting using the different equipment.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'd never held a FLIR, let alone looked through one, and learned a lot about that and how definitely handy that comes in when you're checking the wood lines behind you, and everyone's facing forward. It's definitely the best tool to have. To be able to see through that tree line in the dark is amazing.
Guys, just a quick reminder.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, that too. The raffle is still going on. I'm going to probably do the drawing on Tuesday coming up. what is that? What's today? Third, second, third, fourth, around the 6th. There's still time to get involved into it if you want. That'll be Tuesday. There's some, I was just looking for it. I have the FLIR 1 Pro that Carrie donated. It's kind of cute. It's so, it's tiny and it just plugs into your phone. It's got to be either an iPhone or an iPad. Just letting you know, if you guys want to still do that, there's time. And I'll leave a list of all the things that are being raffled in the description. And thank you again for everybody who got involved in that, because, you got me where I am, and thank you. It means the world.
No, well, that was the first impression I got when I watched the video you put up the other day, that you were genuinely pleased to be there, that you were genuinely happy, and that you met a lot of good people, and you were just basically, again, to repeat myself, happy to be there, enjoying yourself, even though you were doing a crazy buck-ass mad thing. But you were obviously having a good time doing it.
Yeah, and everybody did, and there were different ways that different people approach things, and everybody did their part in their own way, and it was great. But to do it with people that are serious about it, and even though some people never, even though we like myself, Stevie, Lynn, Bradley had never done this before, we were full bore, balls to the walls, and it was amazing to see that.
It was good to have.
As I've said before, I have to admire your sanguine fraud. Right, there's a possible creature over here. What are we going to do? Right, spark one up. We'll have a smoke, and then we'll go and look and see.
Then we'll go check it out. Why not?
Yeah,
I was like, happy with that later.
Yeah, there were times we had to regroup, just fall back to
we fall back and
just kind of rest for a second, get things quiet down, and just listen, watch. There was it's a lot of that when you're out there. It's watching and listening, but that's just as good a part of busting through the tree line. You sit and observe what's around you. It reminded me of one time whenever I was in the military, and we got into a bad situation. We got ourselves out of it, and there was a fellow, Lester, and he just reached into the pocket and he pulled out this silver hip flask, and there were spores. And he says, right, take a hit of this. We all took a sip of the whiskey, and then away we went again. Whenever I seen you sparking up the cigarette, that's just the impression I got. It just made me think, yeah. Casual as you like. Right, they might be out there, but what the hell? We'll have a smoke, and then we'll go and get them.
It's it does seem weird, doesn't it? Nonchalance.
It's not weird. It's just very human.
Yeah, we were just nonchalant about it. We were just like, well, we're here. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Just give us 2 minutes, and it was fun following them in as far as filming on Tuesday, going live, because this way you guys could see what we were doing a little bit. I tried to, it was dark as hell and it was a phone, so it didn't pick up everything, but I tried to pick up what I could, and it was
cool to think that everybody was right there with us.
Exactly.
That was the cool thing. Knowing that chat was there, the show was there, you guys, it was fun to take you along. Just knowing you were there, that was cool.
No, but teamwork's a magnificent thing. But we already talked about Danielle. I mean, Danielle, for 7 nights, she stayed up to post 1 a.m. UK time. To do her bit, run the show, report back. And that's a lady that's thousands of miles away.
Oh yeah.
And then with everybody on site doing what they were doing, and then there's stuff that we're not seeing. We're talking. There was a lady there feeding you.
Simone.
Organizing the Simone. I don't know Simone. Sorry, I haven't met her.
No, but that's
organizing the collation of information. the whole bit. But as I've mentioned it before, but the entire thing about this whole week was the complete professionalism that came across. I'll go back to it. I'm laughing at you for lighting up a smoke, only a joke. But you know what I mean? But anyone from the outside looking in cannot turn around and say, no, these are people are, assing about. They just went around and walked around the forest, had a few trees and shouted. No, they can't say that because the whole thing has a data trail from day 1 to day 7. And everyone will be able to go back, see what happened, know who did it, and there it goes. And that's what I think is the beauty of what you've done, that you've made a step forward in this whole, what would you call it? Because investigation is not the right word, but the paradigm of this whole creature. That a man has sat down and he says, Kerry, I've had something happen to me X number of years ago. It has upset me. I'm not happy about it. I'm going to talk about it with other people. And it's led to this stage. And it's been dealt with in a professional and mature fashion. And I don't think anybody can take that away from you. And, just speaking as an observer, I'm proud of what you've done. I think what you did was an excellent effort. I've enjoyed watching all Danielle's updates. I'm looking forward to the whole thing. I've enjoyed everything leading up to it. I've followed Mogs. I've watched interviews with Stevieb. Enjoyed every minute of it. And I just want to say I have the utmost respect for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah, those guys have their work cut out for them. Putting that, Carrie's got a lot of work ahead of them.
Oh man, that's
And the collection, the professionalism in the way they collected the data and and recorded everything and listed, just everything was amazing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But I do want to give a shout out to those guys because one, that's my ride home. These guys are great. They were behind the scenes for most of it, but they were out there too. A lot of them. It's the Lost Cryptid Conservatory. That's the group. You really need to check out their channel. It's pretty cool. I mean, these guys are great. They're out there all the time, and although we were in separate groups for most of the part, we still were able to, intermingle throughout the thing, the whole week. And, they're the tech guys. They're the ones that are taking in all the data and
but they're also the ones
logging and cataloging.
Too.
At the same time, they're out there every chance they could get. I mean, every chance they could get. So yeah, look, I was going to show you. I have wait, where's it at? I got one of their stickers from. Check out their channel, guys. They're really cool.
David, Chad,
Dave, Chad, Josh, Blake. Yeah,
you guys were awesome. Great
Thanks,
job.
guys. By the way, if you're listening and watching, thank you so much for everything you did for me. They know.
I know this is going to sound ironic, but the guys from the Lost Cryptid Observatories have a lovely accent.
Yeah, they're from Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, Michigan boys. That's what I was calling them. They're the Michigan boys. Yeah, they're cool. Cool guys. I had fun. The ride home was fun.
Yeah, those guys.
Diane, have a good night. Thank you for being on the chat.
Who was just?
Who were you saying? I can't see.
Diane Fowler. She just said she had to go. Just flashed past. As I say, I have the phone and you flashed up on TV via the police station. So I just saw it going past and I recognized the name. So just wanted to say, Diane, thank you for being here. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank everybody for being here. Sooner Squatch, what's up? I haven't seen you around in a long time, man. Who else?
And then we see Cashew, the lovely Cashew.
Good night, Diane. Where is Cashew? There she is.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? What's going on, Mark?
I'll tell you a funny story about Cashew. The first time I was in Kerry's chat, And you know the way Kerry always says, we're not going to, and we don't blame the man for it, no bad words, etc. This is unpleasant in case of children watching. So I thought, right, I'll be the smart man. And I'm a big Battlestar Galactica fan. So instead of saying the F word, they put in frack. So I put fracking in the chat, and Cashew, she didn't ban me, but she gave me the 2-minute. And I was teasing her.
But talking too.
Fair play to her. You know what I mean?
Hey, they got away with it on Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, brilliant TV show, one of the best. No, I remember I was with a girl and my stepson, and he got to a certain age, about 11 or so. You know the way young teenagers are. And he was bored and all this here. And I walked in, and I just threw down, the whole 5 seasons of Battlestar Galactica and DVD, and I says, watch that. And then I threw in Gran Torino as well. And I says, these are some of the best television and movies you'll ever see. And he watched it, and he came out to me, and he says, Derek, that was actually brilliant. And I says, hi, but me and your mother had to wait 5 years to watch the whole thing. You got to watch it in 3 weeks.
Really? It took
Oh, really? Oh.
5 seasons.
No, he's a good young fella. He's in the RAF now. He's an engineer for fighter planes, so he worked out okay.
Who was that?
No, my stepson Ben.
Oh, okay.
No, the Royal Air Force sponsored him to go to university to study engineering. If he would give them, I think it was 5 to 6 years of his time afterwards.
Sure.
So he's doing that and getting it back. But I think he got a good deal, shall we say.
JD Sedona says, Mogs, change the battery in your smoke detector. I hear it beeping, and I certainly don't want you to perish in a fire.
Huh.
Maybe. I have headphones on, so I can't hear shit. But yeah, this is the first night in my new place. So that's why I'm sitting on the edge of the bed doing this. I still,
horrible, but it's not the fire kills people, it's the smoke. It's the asphyxiation takes away the oxygen.
The fire just
so that's why you always go straight to the floor.
Oh yeah, stop drop.
Because the warm air rises.
The smoke. TFV, what's happening? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen anybody. I felt so bad that I missed that last week. But it was, hope you guys don't hate me for that, but it was worth it. Chev, how's it going?
Yeah, Tuesday night when you went live, it was, am I going to have a signal? There's a certain spot that we were hiking through when we first got there. What was it, 10 minutes before you were supposed to go on? And there's a patch of the trail that there's just absolutely no signal. And
I don't know what the hell there's a signal out there for anyway. That was crazy.
I know. It's weird. There shouldn't be, because there's nothing out there. I mean, for miles. You can look on, we were looking on Google Maps to look at, just scoping out the area, and there's nothing but trees for miles. How is there a signal? How is that possible? I mean, it's not like there's towers out there. There's nothing. Nothing.
It's amazing. Fishing Game and Guitars. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
I have to jump on now because of Daniel Lundy put something up about my accent, which I don't mind, but it's a Hollywood trope. He says if they make a new, I think it was Riddick movie, you need to be the bad guy because of your accent. But, it's not my fault Hollywood likes UK people to be the bad guy all the time. I blame Alan Rickman myself. And
yeah, right.
The one.
But he was also good. He was also good in Dogma.
And Die Hard. Yeah. Alan Rickman with being the ultimate baddie.
Daniel Lundy asked, Stevie B, did the lights respond to you?
Did the lights respond? It's hard to say. I mean, not to me in particular, but it just makes you wonder if it was reacting to us being there. I mean, I can't say a whole lot, but it was definitely questionable.
Larry asked, Mogs, did you get the deck finished? I got as far as I could with the materials I had. You know, there was, I should have measured it out a little different, but all in all, I got down to where I only had like about 3 9-foot boards that had to be put in. Like that's all that, you know, yeah, I finished the deck. The rest of it's just touch up. But yeah, I busted my ass doing that. I still haven't slept yet. And that's the other thing, you know, we're camping and we're not sleeping very much. So a lot of us are we just got home today and we're just whooped.
Yes, very much so.
It was funny though, because I saw Mark on, and I'm like, oh shit, Mark's on. Man, he must be tired. I'm like, I know I'm tired. He must be tired too, you know.
I am beat. I feel like I've been beat.
Yeah, it takes its toll. But I would do it again.
Yeah.
And
Sharon Guy's checking out too. So good night, Sharon. Thanks for being here.
Good night, Sharon.
Good night, Sharon. Good night, Sharon.
Oh, happy Easter, by the way. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And April Fool's Day as well.
I know, right? I forgot about that one.
I did too. Could you imagine if everybody remembered?
The internet was full of it.
Well,
1st April, don't trust anything you see at all on the internet, on Twitter, on Facebook, or anything, because it's all jokes.
Yeah, well, there's no jokes here tonight, guys.
No.
And I know a prank. I could, I could pull off a prank, but this it just happened to be that we finished we wrapped up the filming and everything on today. We're actually yesterday. We did some dicking around this morning, but yeah, you won't. You're not gonna hear April Fools from us. So.
Not at all.
Who else is here? Yeah, Mr. Lee 3PO says Moog is going to take some time to settle in too. Yeah, because it's funny because I drove here and I went directly to the campsite, and my initial thing was to drop off the trailer and hang out for a day or two and split, because they had their team, but a spot opened up and they asked me to, join, and I said absolutely. So I drove. When was it? Friday. I drove and got to the house, dumped the truck, literally unloaded the truck in the garage, and turned around and drove back to camp. And they were thrilled that I came back. I said I would, but they were thrilled I came back.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was good. It was unexpected, and it was a good surprise, and it was fun hanging out, and yeah, I was glad you were there. Definitely.
Daniel says, Mogs, are you going to team up with someone to do some investigations at the team roundup place on your off time? I would definitely, team up with anybody and go back up to where we were. It's an interesting place.
Well, don't be at the back and get to the chopper, just in case.
Get to the chopper. I'm just looking through chat to see if you have questions, please put them in caps, like Daniel just did. Thank you for that.
I'm amazed at
I'm going to say that
how
That fella, the Filipino survivalist fella, seems interesting. I think maybe you should consider getting him on some night for a chat.
Oh,
I think he has some interesting stories to tell.
It's already in my head. Yeah, now that I can get settled in, I'll get the studio back up, and I can get back. It was just crazy the past couple, 2 months, whatever it's been.
Well, you drove halfway across the country, no, it's all right. I'll put down my Fowler's deck, drive down to Florida, get a new job. Don't worry about that. Very casual. Light one up, have a smoke.
No, I was gonna say just about. I know it's off subject, but I come out. I'm sitting outside. Obviously, it's cold now compared to what it's been this past week. I mean, the temperature's dropped. I'm like, where was this weather? 2-3 days ago.
Then we got some rain last night, so that was fun. Yeah. Packing up in all the wet stuff when it was
on the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were the opposite. We had sun yesterday for the first time in about 7 days.
Oh wow!
It didn't rain.
Wow.
Now, well, coastal Northern Ireland. I mean, I think it always rains here, but it's always mild. You can't, we don't get snow, or we don't get, never gets too hot. It's just basically the same the whole time.
No, it was hot, and then we got lucky a few days because it was overcast and there was a breeze, so it kept the temperature down.
The day was hot, and then the nighttime it cooled off quite a bit. There was always a nice breeze that helps big time.
Peace out, Sooner. We'll talk. Who else? I just saw somebody here. Oh, Murray. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Murray. You're welcome. He says, great show. Mogs, nice to hear from you. And all around your ventures this past week. I can't even read. I'm so freaking tired. I was in trouble. I was like, what? Come here, Maya. Come here. Maya, come.
Maya.
Come here.
I miss Maya already.
Vamp, Stevie. Vamp.
Yeah.
As hi, Maya. Now, as soon as she got used to me, it was almost time to go. Got to a point where she wasn't barking. She'd come right up to me. She started listening. She's a lovable dog. I wanted to take her home. Yeah, her and Lucy, they're sweet dogs.
Yeah, Lucy, she's a runner, so she got off leash a few times.
Oh, let me tell you, watching Mogs run this past week. Every time he was running after Lucy. You'd see him 1 second, he's there, next, pshoo, gone. Yeah, she's a runner. That was too funny. I mean, you're not, not having to chase her and all, but you know what I mean? It was funny.
Yeah, I pulled like a muscle in my thigh chasing her yesterday, and then she took off again today, and I was like, oh no. So me trying to run after her in flip-flops and in pain, and it was just ridiculous. What did I just see about Taylor? What was this? Daniel Lundy says, are there any in here that investigate Taylor County area? Things creep around here too. What state, Daniel?
That's in Florida.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. He said he was in Florida. That's right.
I think I think it's northwest from me. I'm not sure.
Robin, are you leaving? Good night.
Night, Robin.
Thank you so much for coming by. I missed a question. Somebody said something about I can only scroll back so far. Crap. I forgot what the question was.
Put it in again in all caps. That's the best way for a question.
Right.
Yeah, but I was sometimes I miss them, so I have to scroll back. But sometimes,
oh no, it's understandable. The chat
scroll
goes
back
fast.
there.
Sometimes the chat goes fast. Just throw it in again. If anybody has a question, just stick them in, put them in all caps, and whack it into the chat.
Mr. Lee 3PO says, Mogs, any sinkholes near you? I have no idea, dude.
Nobody has any idea until the bloody thing opens under them and they get sucked down.
7 Pearls, good night.
Good night, 7 Pearls. Nice talking to you.
I know Florida is known for sinkholes. I wouldn't know where to start.
Hi, Donnie. You know Donnie Miller?
Sure.
Apparently he's going to have to abandon his farm because they have a sinkhole in their property.
Oh, no.
He's going to have to move out.
Wow.
Really?
I heard that on one of his chats now.
Wow, that's crazy.
They can't take the chance of taking the property down under them.
Well, it's funny. We were just talking to somebody about that piece of property today, and that's a crazy piece of property that he's got there. And
well, as I understand it, Kerry's going to go down and do an investigation, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think he was talking about that was going to be one of his Bigfoot Odysseys, that, going down and hanging out with Donnie Miller.
No, well, I've talked to Donnie, obviously over the internet, but, face to face. And I have no doubt what he's saying is completely true. And as you say, it's a crazy place where he's living.
Well, like I said, we were talking to someone today that was on that piece of property. He was with us, and
I believe every word he says. I mean,
every word, absolutely.
Yeah.
TFE says, Stevie B and Mogs, any strange dreams during or since leaving?
I don't think I've slept hard enough to actually dream. I mean, I haven't. No, not yet.
Falling asleep, I would start to dream. Like I start to dream, but I don't remember having any dreams. And we haven't.
It seemed like as soon as I would fall asleep, it was time to get up. It's just every time. Yeah. Hard sleep. If I dreamt, I didn't remember what I dreamt.
Excuse me. What's up, Chris?
Well, I had a strange dream last night that featured a very nice girl with long dark hair. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
CD Squatcher says, I have a sinkhole next to me. It's stable. No problem. Huh. Although in researching this property that we were investigating, or I want to say searching because I didn't do it, so I can't call it research. Looking at the satellite views, somebody had mentioned that the round spots are sinkholes. So I don't know if I saw a lot of round holes on on the satellite, but other than that, I wouldn't know where to find, what to look for, or where sinkholes are. No idea. Know what they are.
The thing about sinkholes, Mr. Ballon told a story about some fella left his family home, came back X number of years later, to see his family, went into his childhood bedroom, but the sinkhole opened underneath him, underneath the property, and he got sucked down. And his brother and, the rest of his family came in and tried to get him out, but it was too late because he went down about 18 feet and there was no oxygen.
That happened.
He was just...
there was a story like that out here in Tampa, in the Tampa area a few years back. The whole house in the middle of the night just dropped and the owner went with it. It was that quick. I mean, no signs of it. Going to bed. I mean, just gone. It's wild.
The thing is, even if that happens, I mean, there's no frame of reference for that. You wouldn't, any normal person wouldn't know what to do in that situation. You just wake up in a panic.
Hey, Belle. Good to see you. And what are you doing during a natural disaster? I had a friend he lives in Hawaii now, but I lived across the street from him in Arizona, and he was telling me about how when he was in California during the one earthquake, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I forget the earthquake, but he said like when it hit, things shook so much. Like he looked over to see his roommate running in midair because he was running along and the house dropped, and I was like, "What?" You don't know what's going to happen in a situation like that. So yeah, be it a sinkhole or I couldn't imagine it. An earthquake, I can imagine, not a sinkhole.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah, it seems a lot of people are fading fast tonight. I know I'm fading fast.
I was getting ready to say, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm beat. I'm barely hanging on here. But thanks for having me.
Stevie, great job this week.
No,
hold the pallets
as well.
Let's check the phone. 26 a.m. here, so I need to go to bed. But it's been a great stream. Wow. It's been brilliant to talk to everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Derek, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. My honor. And I'll just do my usual, but for everyone else, like, share, and subscribe.
Hit the like. Hit the like.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mogs.
I'm going to hit that. Going to hit the big red button. I'll see you all later. All the best.
Thank you, Derek.
Good night.
God bless.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna head out too. I'm beat. I'm just beat.
I'm right behind you here. I'll probably cut it a couple minutes short.
Well, thank you for all your help this past week. You were great. I'm glad you were there. It's good to hang out with you.
Yeah, it was an awesome time. My pleasure.
We'll talk. Thank you for having me on tonight. Yeah, I'm a few minutes away from hitting the pillow, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm halfway there. I'm sitting on the bed.
You're close to me. All I got to do is go inside. But thank you, everybody in chat, for all your support and everybody that was out there this past week. It was such an amazing experience. I feel honored. I definitely feel honored.
I'm honored to have you there. That was awesome.
Oh, stop.
Congrats. You did it. You busted your ass and you proved it to yourself. You said it to me, goes, this is the hardest thing you've done since.
Yeah. It was the biggest challenge since. You're right. And I beat myself up a little too hard sometimes, but it's just my own, trying to get there, trying to prove to myself that I can do it. And I think I did.
And you did. You did. Fucking A, you did.
No, thank you.
I'm glad thank you for letting me, see that and witness that. That was amazing.
All right. Enough of all that mushy stuff. All right, everybody. Good night. See you.
Good night, Stevie.
See you next time. Bye.
Right. Bye. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Daniel, you didn't have to bounce. Would have loved to talk to you some more another time, though. Yeah, I just, I can't say enough about, the accomplishments that were, done, personal goals that were met. It was really a privilege to watch that, and be a part of it. And I hope, everything that Kerry wants to get out of this film, he gets out of it, and kudos to everybody involved, because, you guys, we all volunteered and we hit it hard, and you guys were amazing. So thanks. thanks for letting me be part of it. And, Barry Browning, you rock, dude. You were awesome out there. I wish I wish Bradley was in here tonight. Jeff, thank you. Thank you. You were great. Generous man. Funny as hell. It was just an amazing time. Duke's got something coming up. What is it? Saturday night. Let's see. Saturday night, Monsters of Hell's Canyon, Part 2. Gugly, Sasquatch, Dogman, and the Rake. Premieres on Duke's channel, World Bigfoot Radio. This will be Saturday night. Check it out. Jeff, I'm going to... Yeah, dude. I will, actually. Let me see. Sorry, Jeff. I don't look disappointed. I'm just like, I'm ready to pop off and my ass is dragging, but I will invite you on if you want to come on, man. It's funny because Bradley kept doing, and Barry was doing it too, impressions of Jeff Townsend. And they were respectful, but it was funny. Sugar. I don't know if I have. I'll have to go back and check somewhere else. I do this all the time. I don't even know if I have your email, dude. It should pop up as soon as I start to type. Oh, I don't have it. Sorry, Jeff. But yeah, let's set it up, dude. Come on. I mean, I have your number. Ooh, don't push that one. I'll end this. I almost screwed up again. Jeff, let's set it up for next week. And I'm going to get Barry on. I know Barry will come on. And we'll get Bradley. We'll get a couple people on this coming up week. Right now, I know everybody's just ready to crash, and I'm in Florida, dude. Yeah, I'm in Florida. I am just south of where the fuck am I? Fort Myers, just south of Fort Myers, in between Naples and Fort Myers. Oh, right on. Right on. Well, be safe, Jeff. Get home safe. Yeah, there's still people driving on their way home right now. There's a lot of miles being covered. I know the Michigan guys are still driving. They've got, I think, another 3 days before they get up that way. Joe, I almost did hit the red button. Yeah, Stevie, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that very much because everybody's like, dude, hit me up. Get me on the show. I'm like, absolutely. A lot of bonding done. It was great. Mark, thank you so much, man. You were awesome. You're a good leader. I was proud to follow you. Right on. Thank you. But on that note, guys, I am going to, even Jeff Townsend just said, Mogs is taller than he looks. That's funny. I am going to call it a night, a couple minutes early. I have to get some sleep. Again, if you guys are interested in a raffle, feel free. I'll I'll try to do it tonight if I don't pass out first. I'll put the description in the description, everything that's going to be raffled off. If you still want to get involved, there's still time. Otherwise, I'm going to do the raffle probably this Tuesday. I'll have everything, in order and ready to go. I just got to download a random number generator app and I'm golden. And thank you so much to everybody that was involved in the raffle. Like I said, because of you guys, I made it where I am now, and I made it to the expedition. You know what, dude? I'm going to check my ACA out. Definitely. So, again, I'll list the description in chat. If you guys like this tonight, please, hit subscribe if you're new. Like and share. Not too many people share. It's kind of weird. I don't share shit either, so. Anyway, you too, Jeff. I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, thank you, everybody. All right. And I'll be here Tuesday. To everybody in chat, thank you. My moderators, thank you so much. You guys rock. Barry, Mark, Jeff, Stevie, it was an honor to spend the time and that I did with you guys. And thank you. All right. So on that note, I'm going to wish everybody a good night and peace and God bless. I'll see you soon.